Welcome back to consecutive day 1049 of a diary of a runpreneur. And today's topic I want to talk to you about is the importance of a money system in everyday life. So please do remember to subscribe, share, like and comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon. All the information about the challenge, how you can get involved, is in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 1049 of the diary of a runpreneur, very close to another 50-day milestone. I think once I get past this 50, I'm well and truly into this next 1,000-day kind of bracket of consecutive day running. So the kind of novelty of running for 1,000 days will well and truly be behind me. But today's topic I want to talk to you about is the importance of a money system in everyday life. Now, what I mean by that is, I'm massive on money systems, wealth development, how you can invest, grow your earnings, grow your wealth, and live the life that you desire. However, for a lot of people, just having a very simple money system to deal with day-to-day life is going to be extremely beneficial. And what I mean by that is we've just had a fairly considerable expense for the house. We've just carpeted the whole of the upstairs, had to get floorboards repaired, doors trimmed, so a very expensive work. And before that we had our ensuite done, which again, another huge expense. But the importance of a money system is so key here, because what happens to most people is that they don't budget for house maintenance, for stuff that needs to be done in the house. And if you don't budget when stuff needs to be done, you don't have the money to do it, because obviously Parkinson's law suggests that whatever you earn, you'll spend, unless you have some kind of structure or system around your income and how it can be ring-fenced for certain expenditure. And that's exactly what a money system is. So for most people, getting the carpets done is a huge expense. It would put a huge amount of financial strain on their life, because they have to cut back here, cut back there, put it on credit card, whatever, to kind of fund that home improvement. However, I have a money system, so I have several income buckets. So the most important bucket to me is my investment bucket, which I'll talk to you about in a different episode. But I also have buckets for my tax. I have buckets for variable essentials like food, grocery, school clothing, that type of stuff. I have a bucket for travel, so for holidays, etc. I have a bucket for fun. So I have all these. I have a bucket for a rainy day fund as well. So I'm putting a proportion of my income into each of these buckets, and the rest of it is obviously a fixed cost bucket as well, obviously, to cover the monthly outgoings. Now, if you start this model and you just don't have enough of these buckets, then you cut back a little bit to kind of find some stability in your financial situation, so that there is a surplus. Now, even if that surplus is £1 at the end of each month, that's still a surplus. So you've got to get financial stability first. But what you're ultimately aiming to do is to have a percentage allocation of your money that comes in, which goes to your fixed costs. So, mortgage, utility bills, water, all that stuff. So that's one account. You don't touch that. That goes in there. You get a chunk of money that goes into variable essentials. So that's your kind of food, shopping, clothes for the kids for school shoes and stuff like that. So you work out roughly what that figure needs to be, and you'll budget, you have a fund that goes there. You'll have, if you're self-employed, you have a tax bucket. So a proportion of your earnings will go into the tax bucket, so that when you pay a tax bill, it's not a surprise. You'll have a fun bucket, so social takeaways, stuff that's outside the normal day-to-day expenditure, will have a fun bucket. You'll have a travel bucket, so money gets put away for when you go on holidays. And you'll have a home maintenance bucket, and you may choose to have a rainy day bucket, like an insurance bucket, if stuff goes wrong, but a home maintenance bucket will generally close that. Just bear with me, this is really muddy here, so I need to try and find a way around this puddle without getting absolutely covered. Oh my word, this is if you look here, there is a massive puddle here, and I'm trying to get my way through it. But anyway, I'm going to try and talk whilst I'm doing this. Oh god, this isn't going to work, is it? This is really bad. So, Oh, feet are getting wet. Feet are getting really wet. Oh God, feet are soaked. That's disgusting. Just gonna try and get that dried. Sorry, I hate getting muddy if I don't need to. But anyway, so yeah, back to the comment was that if you've got these income buckets, then money's put away for that. So obviously in my maintenance bucket, home maintenance bucket, is what's covered the carpets. Now, I wouldn't say I can afford to do the carpets every month, because I certainly can't. But if I'm putting money away on the premise that I'm gonna have to spend this at time to time, then at least it provides a big kind of contribution to a pretty significant outgoing. And that's exactly what's happened. So we've had the carpets done, and it hasn't really affected our life in any other way, because we've got these disciplined income buckets, which are budgeting for these exact occasions. So the moral to the story today is that people say, oh, I don't have enough money to do that. You always do. And the difference is people aren't prepared to sacrifice a little to get themselves into that position. To begin with, you might have to cut back on things and you might not be able to put the full amount into some of the buckets. But the bucket that you have to make sure has got enough in is the fixed costs, because and the variable essentials like food and groceries, stuff like that. That's essential. Outside of those two buckets, you can gradually build up to the other ones. And that's really, really important. But so many people just don't do it. And it's such a discipline, they find it difficult to set up, difficult to understand. But that's where the investment bucket becomes so handy, because once you start learning about investments and you have any surplus outside of those buckets, it goes into investments that will hopefully create a profit, which will increase your income on a monthly basis or over a sustained period of time, which then means you have more money coming into the top, and again you can divvy it up accordingly. But the idea is that outside your life you have an investment for your future, and that's ultimately how this money system works. I'm super passionate about it because it's been revolutionary to me. It's changed my life beyond recognition, because I've been very, very disciplined in this approach. But the point of today's message, the moral of the story today, is that house maintenance, if you have a budget put aside for that, you pay every month regardless of whether you're spending it or not, then when these big costs kind of come about, they don't hurt you as much. But just go past this person, bear with me a second. Hiya. Oh, little dog. So yeah, the moral of the story is put that money away regardless, and then these types of costs don't have to break the bank. So anyway, hope that's useful. Questions or comments, drop me a line. I will do a lot more content on this topic, because this is something that I'm truly passionate about, and it's been absolutely life-changing for me. So yeah, questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. Do remember to give this a subscribe, share, like and comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. All the information about the challenge, how you can get involved, is in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.